How is it going, everyone? Welcome back to the stream. You already know who it is. It's me, Jack, your Valorant commentator, and I'm joined today with my co-commentator, Libby. She's back.
Happy to be here.
Yeah, very happy to have you. The reason Bridget's not here this time is because she is the one running the stream.
Hi!
Yeah, if you just heard her right there. Also, we are in shadow.
We are.
We are in shadows right now. We gotta turn on our lights in the moment. But regardless of that, I mean, tonight we're gonna have a pretty interesting match for us. If you watched if you watched the boys last week, obviously, really good match. However, this week they're going to be going against Nova Nighthawks. Very interesting. I've never heard of this team.
So, fun fact about myself, I used to be a Nova Nighthawk. I used to be a Nova Nighthawk at Northern Virginia Community College.
Very interesting.
Spent a semester there.
So there's a little history with you in this team.
Absolutely. Runs deep with us.
So it's gonna be kind of interesting to see how they pair up against UMW. I mean, obviously the boys, they've been going pretty well this season. Really good win-loss. So hopefully we're gonna be seeing a very impressive display tonight as we get into. Excuse me, gosh, Matt Pick ban. We're starting off on Lotus, then we're moving over to Ascent, and then to Pearl. So it's gonna be an interesting display. Gonna be a very interesting display in the back. And in the back, obviously we can hear it, but the boys definitely are getting hyped for this match tonight. And I'm sure we're just as hyped as anything. What do you want to see out of tonight? Especially seeing Lotus for the first time in a while.
I am very excited to see Lotus. Lotus is one of those maps that I still have a hard time wrapping my head around when I'm playing it. But I know that these boys have been putting a lot of work in on Lotus. And having not seen it in a while, I'm excited to see how it goes.
What kind of comp do you think they're going to break out? I'm definitely expecting to see Xander on the Raze. I mean, it's a tried and true character for him. It's nothing we haven't seen before. But I think the question kind of comes out of nowhere when you start thinking about what the other boys are going to play. Jack's kind of been taking up that Killjoy role a bit more than Tyler. So we might be seeing something different out of Tyler and everyone else. So I'm very interested.
I'm very excited to see what they pick today. I love to see a Brandon Sova. Maybe over the weekend or last Monday, I think we saw a Tyler Sova.
I think we did.
Which blew my mind. Whenever I see Sova, my brain instantly goes Brandon. But that was not the case this weekend.
No, I believe Brandon was on... I think he was on Fade, maybe? I don't remember. I know what you're talking about, but I don't remember what Brandon was playing at the moment.
Yeah, I know they mixed some things up. And I'm excited to see what they do this time.
Yep. So if you could just, we're gonna talk even more about the boys right here, as we kind of get into obviously this preseason stats are back. You could just see like how comfortable everyone is. Obviously, tried and true Colby clip right there. Charlie, I believe the first sub coming back. So obviously, I mean, he doesn't play as much as all the other boys. However, he does. Just great Jack clip. I mean, throughout the season so far, we've been seeing how well these boys are able to work together and overcome some of these large round deficits, and even kind of work with comps they're not so used to, and characters that they're not very used to playing. I mean, we've seen Jack go from the KO to Killjoy to even Breach, and then back to the Killjoy. So obviously there's some strong shifting play styles among the team, but it's still really impressive seeing how they're able to work off of each other and still, no matter what character they're playing, stick true to each other in terms of playing and clutch out some of these rounds.
Yeah, I mean, if you were following along last week on the NECC stream, especially on that Haven round.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
I mean, even they were talking about how, the team in that game especially, it was just one unit, working like a machine.
100%.
And especially since this semester was Tyler's start with the team.
Oh yeah.
It's crazy to see how far the boys have come and just how much of a unit they work as. and I'm excited to see that again this weekend. Busting out another 3-site map with Lotus.
Very, very true.
Followed by Ascent, obviously, which is their map. I think it's going to be a great night.
And I mean, it's very interesting, too, because most of the time we see Ascent map 1. So Ascent being map 2, maybe, I don't know if that was our pick or maybe their pick. If it was our pick, it makes a lot of sense. But if it was their pick, maybe that may be more of a reason why Haven's banned. And it was the coin flip between Haven and Ascent. But, I mean, Pearl being the deciding map, it's not too uncommon, but Lotus being the first is very surprising.
Lotus is a big surprise for me.
I was also wondering why I couldn't remember last week's match, because I always remember them when we commentate, but we didn't commentate it. It was commentated by the NECC, and I mean, you know, the boys might have went down game 1. They did kind of get crushed. However, they're showmen. They know when the stream is on and people are watching, they know how to bring it back. They know how to put on a performance, and they clutched it out. Reverse sweeping 2
Absolutely,
to 2-1, and that was a great game. It truly was a great game, and I know we were popping off
and
just watching it. We were going crazy.
If I'm not mistaken, one of the NECC stream commentators said, and I quote, that it was one of the best Haven comps that they had ever seen.
So that's definitely high praise, which also makes a lot of sense why Haven was not picked tonight.
Absolutely.
So it makes a lot of sense. However, as we do get ready for the games to start, we're just going to take a little bit of a break over on our side. But please don't go anywhere. We're going to be back in just a couple of minutes before the game starts. We'll see you then.
Hey, what's up, you guys? Hope you're enjoying this B-roll we have going on. Just a little disclaimer, we are having a bit of a delay starting our game against the Nova Nighthawks. A little technical delay going on with the other team, but we're working on getting everything fixed up, and hopefully soon we will be back, ready to rumble, and see what these boys have going on tonight. All right, so sit tight, and we'll be back as soon as we possibly can be. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for your patience. It looks like we're finally gearing up to get into this game.
I'm excited.
Yeah, I have to amp myself back up there a little bit. Definitely. Nope. Ooh, starting to see some characters, our agents for the day. Let's see what we got here.
Immediate lock-in.
Colby auto-locking
immediately.
that Astra.
Oh, okay. So it looks like we're going to see Tyler on the Sky, and obviously Jack on the Killjoy. Makes a lot of sense right there. Oh, Tyler's flashing the neon. He's flashing the neon. There's the Killjoy. A very traditional comp on the side of Nova Nighthawks right now. But I mean, UMW just kind of looks like they're flashing a bunch of ops. Bunch of operators right now. Very, very interesting. I mean, Brandon's hovering over the breach right there, and obviously Xander's hovering over the raise. Yep, there it is. Tyler on the Sky. That's what I figured he was gonna pick.
Sky is such a cool agent. Her kit is just so fun.
Of course. And I mean, right now it's a mystery. It's still a mystery. What is UMW? Because normally UMW is an instant lock-in kind of team. Like, let's go. And there's Brandon on the breach. Wow. All right.
That's an interesting one.
That's an interesting one.
We'll see. I'm excited to see that.
Yep. And Xander is on the raise. That makes a lot of sense for him. So obviously a little more for traditional comp, swapping the Astra for the Brim and the Sky for the Fade on the side of the Nova Nighthawks. However, UMW staying true right now to their out-of-the-box thinking of comp and going for very, very interesting plays. So right now, I mean, we're just getting ready. Obviously, you got the spray right there. And as we get a little overlook of the team right here, it looks like we're attacking. So it's going to be kind of interesting to see how this comp works on Lotus. Because, I mean, Lotus, such a different kind of map. Especially with its gimmick being the rotating walls and obviously being a 3-site map. Very, very interesting. So just even this overview right here is enough to kind of give a new outlook on how it's all going to work. However, it looks like Xander's already getting into the thick of it right here, launching that nade, and here comes the Skydog, giving as much intel for his team as he can. However, just pushing straight through. Walking up, and the bomb's already going to get planted. A little bit more technical stuff right here as we get back into it, but it looks like the bomb plan's going to start working out.
One enemy remaining.
But as now it goes straight to a 2v1. They know exactly where he is right here. You can see him playing around these corners as the boom bot, and Brandon with a peek gives all the intel that UMW needs to be able to take this. And it looks like Raze is going to start going for the defuse. The flash coming out. Oh, and there's Tyler finding the last one. UMW securing the pistol round.
Cleaning that up really nicely. A great pistol round from the boys, especially coming off of last week. They didn't have the best luck with the pistol round, so it's good to see them kicking it off nice and strong this week.
100%, and it looks very promising for them. I mean, obviously, like I keep saying, Lotus is such a back and forth type of map that just having this added element of, you know, unfamiliarity with it is something very, very different. And I mean, maybe more unfamiliarity for us. I can't speak for their scrims.
Shame their breach is against us. I really need a gym buddy.
Placing sentry.
Placing sentry.
Blocking vision.
Last player standing. Spike down A.
One down.
30 seconds left.
Turret out.
Where are we going this time? Remember what worked in the past.
Placing sentry.
Bomb buddy out.
Off your feet!
Satchel out.
Spike planted.
One enemy remaining.
Need that back.
Should I place some stars in this reality?
Placing sentry.
Bomb buddy out. Bot coming back. Placing alarm bot. Satchel out.
remaining.
Ready.
Pulling them in. Concussing him.
You muted on Beacon?
I should probably place some stars in the astral plane.
I'm just gonna keep talking.
It won't let me start. Oh, we are. That's on the stream side of it. There's a way to switch from the start of it.
Does it still say we're muted?
It says we're muted on the audience side. It won't let me like fix it. Just won't work. I'll look it up.
I'm just gonna keep talking as if it's fine.
Turret out.
Yeah,
Yes.
the mic is on. It's with the beacon thing itself. It says that we're muted for the audience, so there has to be a way you could switch from the personal mode to the audience mode and unmute us. There's a way to do it on the little thingy, but I don't remember how, which is what I'm trying to look up.
Fire in the hole!
Jack was picked off early, so now it looks like UMW is going to try to make their way on the site. We're just going to commentate like nothing happened.
You are divided. Look at that.
Tyler finding off an easy pick right there.
Dang, right there, and it looks like he's going to go for another push onto this breach. However, he's unblinded and just makes his way before he's able to cross. However, that is Xan going down, and that's Brandon as well.
One enemy.
Ooh,
Tyler
beautiful
with the
one
third.
tap. And now he's with a fraction of health. Oh, beautiful play from Tyler right there.
That is a 4-piece from Tyler. Amazing round. Coming into round 7 here. Seems like our boys have a lot of momentum going for them, which is an amazing thing to have, especially on a map like Lotus.
Turret out.
This map can get in your head, you know?
Alarm bot out. Keep it cool. That's how you survive.
Oh, Jack rushing into B, it looks like. Placing that Killjoy ult right here.
And it's gonna force Nova Nighthawks to rotate off.
Mm-hmm.
Let me open up the stream and say more experiencing.
Xander finding one. Taking down that Brim. And ultimately getting traded for it by their Rays. But Brandon knows what's going on. He knows where they are.
Mm-hmm. Right here, as
He is chasing her down.
and the second flash is gonna come out, and he wins the duel.
Awesome use of util there from Brandon.
Great stuff with Brandon finding that last pick right there.
You gotta love to see it.
I can hear us. Yep. Alrighty, apologize for all the audio complications. However, we are also learning this on the fly as we go. So, no problems. Now we know. And however, it doesn't look like UMW is having any problems with this match as well.
Mm-hmm.
Placing sentry.
There we go. They make their push up. The turret's going to try to get as much info as it can. However, it is going to get retracted. Now Killjoy is just going to slowly rotate off for her team as the dog comes out. There we go. And now it's going to force moving forward. And that's Brandon covering right there, finding the other breach as they make their way on the site. Over a little misplay with the fade, the sky flash right there. And that's going to be UMW planting the bomb.
Not ready yet.
Another flash on deck soon. There comes the ult out, and now it's going to be Xander finding the opposing team. However, is not going to get anything off of it. That's Brandon finding one. However, Brandon and Tyler both go down. Now it's a 3v3 with bomb planted, and now UMW is going to play for retake right here. There comes the Raze ult, but it's not going to get rewarded for it as Jack goes down himself. Again, back to a 2v2, and there goes Xander. And now it's Colby in a 1v2 clutch. Oh!
That was an amazing fight
Oh, beautiful clutch. Beautiful clutch from Colby right there, securing that round.
You can see him there in the camera, a little bit of a pop-off there. The
Beautiful.
excitement, you love to see it, especially after an amazing clutch like that. He deserves it.
Beautiful stuff from UMW right there. That's what we like to see when they play.
That first find on Fade, was it?
Mm-hmm.
That,
That was insane.
holding a crazy angle and just tapping the second he saw the opportunity, taking advantage of everything, and it worked out perfectly in his favor.
I don't know how he was able to see. How is he was able to see that Killjoy right there? But you know what? It worked out perfectly for him, and obviously he got rewarded for it. So.
Looks like we're going for a bit of a split push here. Some go in A, some go in C.
But it looks like they're gonna reconvene right here and possibly maybe go for a B to C push. Because I mean, you could see Brandon and Xander back in this position that they've been putting themselves in a couple rounds now, just split pushing C, giving the rest of UMW a chance here to push forward. Dog coming out, trying to get as much intel. However, seeing the breach right there as they make their push through, and that's Brandon finding Brim. I apologize. The Brimstone before he goes down. KJ kind of hiding in the smoke right now. Shots coming out, trying to find any resemblance of a pick. And there goes bomb.
That's Xander finding their breach.
One enemy remaining.
Yep, and that's Brandon finding 3. And now again, it's a 5v1 for this Fade, and that's Tyler finding the last pick right there.
You know, there's really nothing that Fade can do trying to walk into that B site that's packed out with 5 UMW players. There's not much you can hope for. So another flawless round for the boys, which we love to see, but that's definitely a hard mental hit for Nova Nighthawks. Looking at a score that's 8-1 with another flawless round, that's definitely gonna hit the morale a little bit.
There.
Oh, 100%. And I mean, you got a couple rounds before the big switch. So UMW is gonna do their best to kind of secure these next couple of rounds. But it looks like right now, Nova gonna go for a very, very aggressive push on the UMW, especially with that KJ ult down. Jack with a bit of a flank right here, trying to give maybe a leg up for his team. However, as the Fade comes back, yep, Jack can hear that door going down, and that's all he needs to know what could happen to his team. Ooh, that's Tyler finding 1. Is he gonna be able to find another one? No, but he will find a couple shots onto the Rays as as the Z boys each find themselves a pick of their own.
Oh, I do love the Z boys.
Oh, Xander.
This has me antsy.
Oh my gosh, the
He knows
second that
they're
smoke
there.
goes down.
Able to find 1, but not that last one. Not able
No.
to find Rays.
They were perfectly lined up for him, and that's all he needed. However, he just did not have enough courage right there to get those 2 picks. Honestly.
Oh, and she said, I am not messing with that.
I'm
I
not
am getting out of here.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't blame her. I can't blame her.
No, you can't blame her right there. And she's just gonna play safe to secure that Phantom for the next round. However, I'm pretty sure you only have 2 more rounds before the next switch.
Here.
And right here, getting another very scenic view of the map. Kind of going in and around these corridors. I love how this map looks.
Yeah,
this
as
map's fantastic.
Crazy as this map is, I love some of the details in here. Like, it is a very beautiful map to just look around.
Yeah, I mean, not during my matches, but you know,
Not.
can't be throwing.
I'm
Can't
focused up.
be the one accused of throwing.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Oh, and that's Colby already going down, but it looks like they're going for another big flank right here because they need these plays. But Xander holding that off angle right there. Jack finding 1, but Xander taking the duels and not getting stunned. And now that's a full UMW push. As Jack's able to find 1 and they try to stick it to the Fade. However, not finding anything. And that's Jack finding a 3rd with Tyler finding that last one right there. And now this Brimstone is in a very bad position. He has to play super safe, super defensively, and behind UMW. So there's not much you're able to do in a scenario like this as they slowly make their way onto site, heal up, secure their spots for the ensuing battle.
Oh,
There's a bit of a jump peak.
Brimstone able to find one of the boys.
What is he doing? Well, I don't know what kind of play he was thinking of using right there, but I mean, hey, it gave them the intel they needed. But
Yeah.
it sounds like Brimstone's gonna start pushing up right there.
Oh, and Brimstone.
Yep, and Brandon hiding in
Goes
that
down.
corner where funny enough, that's where Brim's been hiding through the majority of the game. So of course,
Round in the
I suppose what goes around comes around.
100%. And I mean, it kind of worked out for Brandon because Brandon's normally the one in Brim's position. So how the tables have turned.
A little switcheroo.
That's also
and
just
that brings us into round 12.
that brings us into round 12. And I mean, you can not only just look at the eco. Of course, you know.
Oh, wow.
Of course, you know, you got a couple. You've been on. You know, you've been doing well for yourselves. You've been doing well saving that money. Only losing a player every now and then, meaning you're able to buy for your teammates so they can save for the next rounds. However, Nova has taken a huge hit, and even though this is the last round, they've had to sacrifice a bit of money between them. But that's Jack being traded by that Brimstone for their raise, and that's gonna be the dog finding Killjoy. Is Xander gonna be able? Oh, Xander with enough intel on Killjoy. However, she's not gonna be able to get out of there in time. As the ult comes out, Xander just pushes this Killjoy. But there's the enemy breach ult. I hate how that ult makes the map look. It's my least favorite ult in the game. The stun. However,
It's definitely not fun to be on the receiving end of, but
No.
it is extremely effective. Extremely effective.
I have no idea how Colby was not found out by that Fade Eye.
Yeah.
He was basically, he was staring at it. But as he makes his way out of the smoke, he's going to be able to find the Fade, but just not enough damage to take it down. And now UMW's in a 2v4. That's Brandon. That's Brandon finding one. But he's going to go down. Fade finding a 3K, and that is Nova securing one more round before this switch.
Switching sides.
You know, that might be a bit of a morale booster coming into this second half. But, you know, looking at 10-2, that's still a bit of an intimidating thing to be looking at coming into the second round of the game.
However, if I'm Nova, I'm definitely thinking about the late game because you have the attack comp, you have that that breach and that brimstone, you have that fade to be able to make those plays, and then you have that raise to just entry for you, get as much intel as you need, and then you got Killjoy to kind of play for the after, play for that late play for the eventual retake. However, UMW maybe has a bit more the defensive side with the Astra and the Killjoy, and maybe even the Sky being able to scout out where that raise can go. So definitely a good switch for both teams. But also, you know, they have their pros and cons. But definitely, these players are nothing but pros. Give me some. That was a horrible joke.
It was. But
And if you need another horrible joke for your day, just remember chat. Just remember chat, as we always say here at the broadcast team: hydrate or eliminate.
Tyler was able to find that that brim there while he was mid-plant.
I don't even know what kind of duels are being taken right now, but
Whoa.
this is just insanity.
This
And
has
Bomb
been
is
a chaotic round.
Bomb is down and KJ is rotating behind, but still, what the heck is going on?
That was a lot happening at once.
Yeah.
Which I suppose, you know,
I do agree.
It is Lotus.
That is very true. And Jack's going to play on a very off angle here as KJ makes his way on the site, not getting found out. And that's Jack finding a 3K on another pistol round. Fantastic stuff.
Wow. Lotus just like blows my mind every time. Especially anything that happens at C-Site. C-Site?
C-Site is the most unconventional site because...
I agree.
Because it's like, oh, A site's completely, you know, A site you have A long. Okay. B site, it's the multiple entry site. You know, you got like, you got 4 ways to make it onto site. Okay. C is like, you could come from this way, or this, I guess. I don't know. Any way is not a good way.
Yeah, 3
because
entrances to site, 3 different elevation levels on site.
it is a Killjoy's play place though, with all those setup potentials, but it looks like maybe B is more of the Killjoy site right now, seeing how Jack is being able to play this. We get the shots from the Killjoy's turret, and that's all you need to know for intel. He's gonna have to take this peek very, very carefully. However, I believe that is a Phantom. Yep. So he's gonna be able to kind of use that weapon advantage to his player advantage and possibly secure something good here. Well, we'll just have to wait and see. Now all 5 UMW players are stacked. No, I apologize. That's all Nova. And here comes the util dump to get onto site. That's Jack gonna be able to find one. That's Tyler finding one and keeping the spray going, knowing where Nova is. That's 2, that's 3, that's 4 for Tyler. You could just see him
up for him. Wow.
You could just see in the cam right there, he has no idea what just happened. He is so confused. He's just like, okay, that's 4 for me. And now we witness.
So fun fact, this is actually what we look like right now.
Fun fact. How does what?
The Bears.
Oh yeah, we have the Bears.
Yeah.
That is a Guardian. That is Xander
Immediate pick.
immediate. And now getting the rotate off. However, Brandon, he's not backing down. The flash coming out, the spray down. Ooh!
And a second, and a third, and a fourth.
That's the 4 for Xander. The last round here. Could we see something special? Or is his team gonna completely troll him and try to go for something way different? However, you could see Fade right now in an insane position.
I'm praying for
And
it.
she just does not. Yep, she is not going to give him the ace no matter what. However, does not matter. That is UMW securing Lotus with a commanding 13-2. Wow.
I still can't get over that.
No, I can.
Second to last round there.
No, neither can I. And I mean, Xander almost got his ace right there in the last round.
You
but
know,
the
two amazing rounds back to back.
And I mean, obviously on that first set right there, amazing 10 rounds, 9 rounds back to back. However, I mean, what do you think just worked out for UMW in terms of comp?
You know, I think we say this time and time again. The characters and the agents that these boys play, they know them like the back of their hand. Especially seeing Xander on that Raze and Jack on that KJ. Whenever I see Jack play KJ, I know he knows exactly what he's doing, and I trust him to do it well. You know? So I think they're comfortable playing it. I think they've been putting in a lot of work on Lotus. They haven't played it in a while. I think they came back ready to rumble. I think the last time they were on Lotus, I can't remember when it was.
Oh, it was probably preseason, honestly.
Yeah, but I
if
know
it was
that
even allowed to be played.
Their Lotus game has been one of their goals coming into this season, and I think they definitely just showed up and showed off. And I think they were just ready to play.
Oh, 100%. And I definitely think some of the character play had to go in with that as well. Tyler, no matter what agent he's been playing at all this semester, has been dominant on it. We've seen it with the Breach. We've seen it with the Killjoy. We saw it right now with Sky. It's just, he is able to pick up an agent, play him for a little bit, and then bring it into a regular season match and completely just put on a showing.
Yeah, I just think Tyler's just such a fundamentally strong player. It doesn't matter who he's playing.
No.
He'll really like clutch it out when it matters.
100%.
And it's just exciting to see all these boys playing together. I still can't stop thinking about those last 2 rounds. Wow.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like in my dreams.
So, well, let's give you a little bit of time to recoup from it. We're going to give you guys a break before we go into map 2, which is on Ascent. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back in just a couple minutes. We'll see you then. Alrighty, and we are hopping straight back into it on character select. And already UMW, this is something we're a lot more used to seeing out of them. The instant picks. You got Colby. Oh, yep.
I am so excited.
I'm very excited.
Seeing Brandon lock in that Sova. One of my favorite things to see.
And I mean, you got Colby on his tried and true Omen right now, but it looks like Tyler is gonna kind of ditch the KO for a Sky. Very interesting. Very interesting. I definitely think though you can get just as much util out of the Sky than the KO. However, I mean, right now it's looking like UMW obviously is very, very confident, and they're attacking first on this map. So we're going to be seeing very aggressive plays. We're going to be seeing what all UMW teams are very good at, setting their own tempo. And I mean, it's just the question really on our side, how is Nova Nighthawks going to be able to keep up with UMW, or is UMW going to have to slow down for the Nova Nighthawks? Because I mean, I believe maybe they picked Ascent, meaning that they could be very, very confident on this map. We'll just have to wait. We'll just have to wait and see. I'm very excited though, because you have two smokes. You have so much intel with that Sky and that Sova, and even that Killjoy. Just kind of putting that turret in random spots and placing that alarm bot in those back locations, like. That's everything you can ask for right there. So, but clearly this is a Sova map, as both teams have Sova. However, just like such an interesting map.
I'm excited to see that Sova. I'm a huge fan. One of my favorite agents, really.
But more than anything, I'm a Brandon Sova enjoyer.
I am a Brandon Sova enjoyer, and I am also a massive Xander Jet enjoyer. I'm fingers crossed for a little Xander op action.
You can only hope, but honestly, at this point, it's gonna be really interesting to see how they're able to kind of go about it. But Brandon, if you saw right there on his little HUD, he didn't buy a drone, but immediately Xander getting Sova darted. And that is lower than half for him. That's insane. But it already looks like he's going to get healed up to be ready for a potential fight right here.
Here's that pace we were talking about, getting that plant down so quick.
Ooh, immediately tracking the Sova dart right there. Brandon able to rotate off, only has 50 health right here, but immediately getting healed up again. Shock dart coming out and already taking down Raze. Tyler going to be able to find another one, and that's going to be Jack trading. Wow.
That was a very aggressive...
That round's over?
All around. That was a very aggressive attack, a very offensive attempt at a retake there. That was just speed. And worked out for the boys.
Oh, 100%. I mean, already, the fact that Brandon quick peeked with a shock dart, got a little bit of damage off, and then rotated back and got 3 of the Nova Nighthawks with that shock dart, I immediately won the round for UMW, which is exactly what they wanted in that kind of scenario. But already getting this round started again, UMW going for an intense full buy right here. But you could just see, look at him hiding in the smoke right there, narrowly dodging those headshots and surviving with nothing but a shorty. That's insane. That is luck, if anything.
Holding that spot with a shorty is kind of crazy to me.
But look at the angles that the Nighthawks are forced to take right now in order to try to get the weapon advantage. The dart coming out, not being able to find anyone. However, that's no flash from Colby, so you're gonna have to play very, very defensively right here if they want any advantage, because that's a Phantom, and that's Jack already finding one. Sova was not ready for the just instant push out. But it looks like he's going to go for something else, closing that door right there and maybe going back. slowly but surely. The taps not finding anything in the smoke, and you know that Brim is panicking right now. That's the plant going down, and that's site being taken, and now with shorties and classics, they are forced to play retake. However, it looked like it worked out pretty well for them with Tyler going down. But that's Colby being able to find one. Colby finding two. Colby finding three. Now it's just the pistol left. And he's going to spam to find the 4K for Colby. He's insane. He's crazy.
The K in 4K does stand for Colby.
And right there, I mean, Tyler going down, honestly, with the better weapon in that scenario. But that's Colby. Just two beautiful taps right there and just immediately pulling out the ghost because he knew that battle was won for UMW. In that moment, UMW won that. And he's just going to hard save right here. I mean, why do anything different? Right here. Now, here's the Sova drone coming out. Ooh, and that's Xander immediately finding one with help from Tyler. The knife being taken down. That's UMW aggressively pushing their way on the site. That's Xander finding another one. However, now it's going to be Brandon and Jack fighting for site control. And now we're back down to a 2v2. Door being closed. Sova drone just making it through. I think it was broke just in time, though. And there goes Spike.
Not only is it a 2v2, it is a ditto as well.
It is a ditto. The shock dart coming out, and that's Jack finding one from under heaven right there. That's insane. He's going for another spray, trying to find anything. However, Sova matrixing his way through those shots, and that's the dart coming out right there, sticking, finding Sova. However, Jack, even though he was found out, still won the duel with I think like 6 health left. That was crazy. That was crazy how low he got right there and was still able to clutch out that round. Straight up. And another very nice sky view. Can we get the top down of the map, maybe? Ooh, beautiful stuff right there. I mean, you know, even with the tiny little specks on top of the players right here, you can kind of see what UMW wants and what Nova wants in this scenario right here. With the setup, but it looks like KJ is going for a very classic Killjoy setup.
Yeah, and again, this is going to be another tough round for Nova in terms of what they have to work with.
Oh, KO knife coming out and suppressing Brandon. So no Sova intel for a couple more seconds. However, they're able to wait it out as Nova does not make an aggressive play off of that. They don't capitalize enough. However, Brandon just clearing the angles right here. Maybe getting a little bit back, but not able to find anything. It looks like UMW might go for something aggressive here, but nope. They're just going to immediately rotate out of there. And now it's just another game of patience, and UMW is forcing... Oh, but that's Xander being found out by Raze with the Bucky again. This is the second time, and now... Raze has that Vandal, which could be huge for him. Shock Dart not finding anyone in that corner. A little bit off. That could have found the Raze maybe rotating, but just no luck. Now UMW trying to take a little bit of a dual mid. However, Brimstone might go for something aggressive here.
30 seconds left.
All players found it, and he's just not able to get out in time. 30 seconds left. That's the timer telling you you gotta make a play right now. You don't have time to waste anymore. They're pushing through, setup going off, not able to find any damage on the Colby. As Jack just immediately hides back and now puts Nova Nighthawks in another one of these tough scenarios. Ooh, that's bad for Tyler. Ooh, never mind, I lied. You know what? You can call me a liar. You can call me a liar because he just got a 2K off of that.
One enemy remains.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Wow.
That was an interesting round.
Yeah, that kind of left you speechless.
Yeah, no, Tyler in that disadvantage there right after that blind, getting those 2 eliminations. that's a tough situation to be in, and he really handled it really well with a lot of composure. Staying calm, knowing what he has to do, and he got it done.
Oh, yeah.
And that round ended perfectly.
I mean, it worked out really, really well for them in the end, too, but because even though Colby was just kind of clearing the smoke, he was able to find a pick out of it and even reduce Nova's player count. But there's the dart coming out, tracking it a little bit, not finding anyone. However, that's Jack already going down to Raze. Now UMW's put in a very similar position. Here comes the brim smoke. Now Xander has to be extra careful to check these angles right here. But it doesn't look like he's going to make that push through. Let the Sova dart, let the Sova drone, I apologize, clear that angle. But they know that at least someone's there. So we're not going to play too aggressive around it.
I've got your trail.
You can hear a little duel going behind, but that's Xander just finding the noggin. And Brandon covering for him in the back right there. Door coming down, breaking it immediately. Ooh, wow, Xander. Great reaction time to be able to find the Raze right there. However, that is Tyler going down. Very deep in the defender side spawn. However, it is a 3v1, and UMW has all their angles covered. So let's just see what kind of plays are made. The flash coming out obviously means KO's pushing right there. He has no idea where he is, and that's Brandon. At least he kept the phantom skin I gave him.
Yeah, that's a cool animation with it too.
Yeah. I really like that phantom skin. However, it was $50.
Which one was it?
It was the one that was with the flip knife.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that I think it was Champions 2022. Yeah, 2022. And now, Nova Nighthawks scraping the bottom in terms of eco right now. As UMW sitting pretty. That's Colby with 7,100 credits.
Yeah.
That's insane. And like, they have to play all these angles right now. But Tyler he did not find anyone from Nova Nighthawks, and now Jack's gonna be able to rotate out as Brandon instead finds one. Oh, Tyler, I was gonna say right there, if
you
were
can see his face there.
a little bit of a very missed spray. However, it worked out for him in the end. Dashing through right there. That's secure sight for UMW, and now they're able just to set up freely. But Tyler, I should take it back right now. Immediately finding Sova, and now you got double on top right here. However, he's gonna get found now. Brandon, in that 1v2 scenario, he's gonna be able to push up. However, Brimstone does have a better weapon, but nope, Xander's gonna help it out and able to push through for him. And already 6 rounds in, heading into round 7, we are seeing the UMW Ascent gameplay.
Absolutely, we are. This is what I love to see. And we talk about this every once in a while, that it's great to see the boys sweeping like this. But it's also good to see some of that back and forth that we like to see as well. But, you know, two sides of the same coin, just seeing the boys play some amazing Valorant.
100%. And I mean, not a single play do they look like they're out of their element right there. I mean, right there, you could just see kind of the confidence that they had taking that exchange. And Brandon's going to push through, and while KO is reloading, however, they're going to get found out by the Sova dart, and that's going to be Colby going down. Back to a 4v4. Brandon covering through the back. However, they're going to take this battle right here. Ooh, and that was a pinch scenario right there. Now it's just Jack and Tyler left. UMW's got to think of what to do in a scenario like this. They got to play safe with their angles. The dart, and that's Jack using that turret to help find the one on to Raze.
Last player standing. Spike down
But as he
mid.
rotates mid, he's going to get found out by Sova. Now it's Jack
I got the spike.
in a 2v1. Slowly making his way, not getting tracked by that Sova dart.
Bot coming back.
And there goes the bot.
30 seconds left.
ever so slowly pushing. You can see them now start to make their rotate. Checks his angles. He looks like he's safe. Seeing that Sova right there. Doing his best to shut him down. Now he's got a quick free path to sight. And there comes the Brim ult.
10 seconds left.
I forget sometimes just how massive that Brim ult actually is. It takes up a lot of ground.
And Jack just does not have enough time. That's going to be the first round going to the Nova Nighthawks. Wow. Wow. They were just able to slow that round down to nothing more than a crawl. And UMW just was not able to keep up with it as they just lost their footing a little bit and, you know, dropped the round. However, it's not the end of the world. You're still able to recover, and you still have the eco to go into the next round, forcing, again, Nova to kind of take more of a reduced buy right now, but it's nothing that they can't handle.
Yeah, really, I think that's one of the first real examples of a team forcing UMW to play at their pace instead of ours. That's not something that we see super often. A lot of teams try, but that just worked really well for the Nova Nighthawks, even without getting that last elimination.
Oh, 100%, but it looks like UMW is holding all their ults right now. So they're just going to try to play as carefully as they can, and here comes that Fade Dog. Probably going to find out the raise right here, but nope. However,
Barely missing it.
I think they know where he is, because you could see them peeking those corners right there. Oh, and there's the raise ult. Shot a little bit before Xander was able to shut him down. However, that is a pretty big trade, but that is an ult for the Nova Nighthawks going down. Ooh, that was a great flick by Brandon right there. With the shock jar just narrowly missing. Here comes the other one. Also narrowly missing, however, forcing that Sova into the open. And that's going to be sight for UMW right now as Colby goes down to plant the bomb. And UMW is just going to play these trades safe. Not take anything too aggressive that they're not able to handle. However, you can hear the shots. And here's the flash. Ooh, wow. That was a fantastic flash right there. And they know where Killjoy is, but she was not ready for multiple players to be there. The double flash. Ooh. Free one tap right there. However, yep. Brandon covering for Tyler. He just did not have enough loaded to be able to secure that pick for him. However, that's UMW immediately swinging the round back for their favor.
A lot of people having each other's backs there at the end of that round.
I mean, this team, they know how to work with each other so well. I mean, every single round, like I keep saying, no one looks lost, and everyone at least has somebody to back them up no matter what play, making it really hard for Nova to find one of these just random kind of picks and capitalize off of it. That's already Xander finding Raze. Wow. That left me speechless for a second, how fast that was in like the first couple seconds of the round.
And he knows KO's there too. He's just waiting for it.
But there's not much KO can do backed into a corner like that. Brandon does have ult, so maybe it might work out for him. However, I don't think Breach is in range to help him. I mean, he just crosses right there. He had the chance. And the concuss.
Only to be immediately found by Sky. That is definitely a tough situation.
And a crazy flank from Brimstone right there, being able to find Tyler, getting a little bit too greedy trying to find that KO. However, that's going to give UMW probably give UMW site control right here. However, Killjoy just tucked into the back corner right there.
This is a harsh angle here from Jack.
Ooh.
And it works out just fine for him.
And I don't know if you saw in the feed as well. However, Brandon was able to find the Killjoy in the back. Now it's Jack. Beautiful spray onto that Sova, and now, ooh, just losing the trade with the Killjoy, with the KO right there. But Brandon cleaning it up, and again, Xander was covering the other angle just in case. Great stuff. Great stuff.
Like a well-oiled machine.
Truly. And I mean, you can just kind of see how the boys are playing, not only just off the round feed, but also their eco as well. The Sova is going for a typical Sova Ascent play. However, they're stretched thin, and if this round goes down, they're gonna have to go into an eco before the round swap, which is not a position you want to be stuck in. However, Sova's nowhere to be found on B. When have you ever seen a Sova with an Odin not on B?
You know, I can't say I've ever seen that.
Nope. And now it's Colby in a 1v3 clutch. However, I'll eat my words already, because Sova was able to find Colby rotating.
My quiver is never full.
And immediately that is time back.
And there's if it works, it works.
And there's the timeout from UMW. But Libby, help me understand what's going on right now.
You know, I think our boys have done what they typically do. They set their pace, they play hard. When they need to, they play patiently. And I think for 1 round or 2 rounds now, the Nova Nighthawks have kind of figured that out a little bit. They know a little bit about how they can go about taking on this team without having to sacrifice the way that they want to play. Especially with that first round that they took, forcing them to play so slowly that they just ran out of time. You know, I think the boys might think that our boys might think they're kind of getting in their head a little bit.
Maybe. And I mean, obviously, now shows kind of the Brim Sova combo is working out really well on this defense, being able to just immediately put down so many smokes at once and cover with the darts. I mean, right there, this defensive side is looking a lot more this map is looking a lot more defense oriented. However, it's nothing UMW hasn't been experienced before, and still, you know, like I said, the round swap, you have all these ults, you're able to kind of take an aggressive look and switch up your comp accordingly. However, Sova, another hyper-aggressive angle as UMW makes the way, and that's Xander finding Raze already, the dart coming out, and immediately finding one on the Brimstone as he hops away. Sova in a very similar location, however, that's gonna be I cannot say this all quick enough. Jack finding one on Brim as KO finds one onto Brandon. I'm trying to say more words than I'm able to say right now, but it looks like UMW has site control and the bomb is dropped, so they don't have to play too safe or try to bait out a play right now. That was a great jump. And here comes the attacking Killjoy ult. Not getting destroyed, but that's gonna force Nova to just exit site, and now they have all this time to play with for UMW to just have this setup right now. Backing themselves into this corner right now, Jack in a perfect position to find a couple picks. But he's gonna get found out as Tyler. Beautiful one tap.
The Odin not going to work for him this time with that Sova going down.
Nope. And that's Xander finding one on the Killjoy. However, KO's going to be able to find the last one right there, but it doesn't look like KO has enough time to defuse. But it sounds to me like he's not even going to be able to stick it as the flash comes out and takes him down. You can see it right there. Nuh-uh.
Tyler did not even care about that nano swarm there. Actually, this is one of my favorite KJ lineups on Ascent.
KJ lineups?
Yeah, it's if you put KJ ult like perfectly in the tree and then throw there's like a lineup for the nano swarm, it perfectly lands in that like back little cubby.
I didn't know that. I thought you were talking about Tyler with the sky flashes, but I apologize. No, that's right. I actually don't know that one. I probably have to learn that.
I'll show you later.
I have to learn that one. I know my Viper lineups. I do know my Viper lineups for this map. However, this is my Killjoy map. I don't know why I don't know Viper lineups then. I guess just because I watch a lot of Ascent Viper gameplay. But regardless, there's no Viper here, but there is a Killjoy. And Jack just found Raze.
I've got your trail.
And that looks like... Oh, Xander with the one tap. just not finding anyone right now. But that is Jack going down as Tyler's able to trade for him. And now we're in a 4v2. And Sova does have an Ares. But he's just... Tyler's just not Tyler, I apologize. Xander's just holding these knives. Oh,
Second one tap.
Beautiful one tap from Xander right there. Securing that round. UMW going back into how they looked previously. A 10-2. Now we're going to be able to see them kind of play on defense, which normally they start on. So it's going to be very different to see what kind of tempo and momentum they have to build for themselves in order to get through to this next round, next round where they're able to go for maybe a full buy or a bit more of a reduced buy. Brandon, there's no way you have a lineup. There's no way you have a lineup.
He most certainly does.
There's no way you have a lineup.
Look at that face.
Look at those eyes. Not a crazy.
There's the lineup.
Not a crazy lineup. Very typical. Very typical. However, it's not going to find anyone, and it is effective. But Xander finding a one tap mid. Not being able to find another one. Ooh, never mind. Never mind. Flash coming out, not finding anyone. However, he might be able to find the Sova possibly here if he goes for a very risky peek. However, nope. Sova immediately going to rotate off. Yep, and now UMW in a perfect position. 5v3, all these angles are covered. So now it's just how are they going to be able to play retake if they let them have this site right here.
Just firing this smoke through this smoke, not finding anything here.
No. That's Xander trying to be covering right here as he pushes through the smoke. That's how they're going to be found out, and that's Xander finding one on the KO. However, Jack is going to get taken down by the molly right there as they push through. Now it's a one. Looks like he's going to try to stick half right there as Sova makes an aggressive push. Only 3 bullets left. However, he's going to take that battle. He's going to win it with the confidence and the spray to go down. He didn't get half. I guess.
That was an awesome play from Colby there.
It worked out for him in the end right there. I mean, he was able to kind of clutch out that round. Even though Sova was able to find 2, there was 1 left standing, and it was the Colby clutch factor.
Absolutely it was.
So weird. Using the spectator feature on this map is so weird because you're just able to see these very interesting things and places on the map that you would never be able to see unless you were
like this lovely balcony view.
Oh, it's beautiful. I mean, watching over the map right here. Oh, already Colby taking now the aggressive angle right here with the shots being fired. However, he's going to rotate off because that dart is down.
Cover going out.
And there goes the smoke right there, covering for Jack's Killjoy setup. Oh, what a beautiful setup. This is going to look great, especially when it pinches into Tyler right there. Jack rotating a bit mid, so he's still able to get the, he's still able to have that, that alarm bot in range. However, as they push through, that's also why his team's there. Setup going off right there. It's going to prevent them from going any further. However, Tyler's going to be able to find one as Jack does go down mid. Ooh, Tyler finding one more before he's able to rotate off, and there's the other flash coming out. There's 3 for Tyler. Oh, and that's 3. That's all he's gonna be able to get. But that's Brandon finding him with the Ares, and Xander finding the other one. And now, this is match point. Such an impressive showing from UNW these past 2 rounds. They did not let that one faulty round at the end get to them, and they're able just to take it in stride, keep pushing forward, and clutch it out.
Absolutely. I think that's another thing that they're really great at. They might not get a round or 2. They might have a slip up somewhere along the way, but they don't let it get in their head, and they don't really let it stop them from getting back to the game that they want to play.
And as we got the last round right here, the KO knife's coming out, and Brandon does not... Ooh, that's a big detect right there. but he does not have the Ares to back it up, so he's not going to go for anything hyper-aggressive right here. He wants to close this out very safely. He doesn't want to make any insane plays right now. But he is able to find Raze as she tries to close the door right here, and Xander sitting back sight. Nice and pretty. Ooh, great call. That was great intel from Brandon right there, allowing his team to be able to find the last member right there. And now you could have yourself another flawless round. It is a 5v1, and Jack's just sprang through with the judge right there, able to find it. UMW, another 2-0 to add to their repertoire. 13-2 versus Nova Nighthawks, and closing out the series with a 2-0.
That was great to see. Usually it's a Judge Colby, but today we got to see Judge Jack bringing that game to a close.
And that was some fantastic stuff from them too. Again, all these players, Tyler on someone he's, you know, a character he's not very accustomed to. However, everyone else was on characters and agents they know like the back of their hand. So this was nothing new for them, and it worked out so wonderfully.
I think that was a great showing of what our boys can do. I was excited to see them on Lotus again. Haven't seen them there in a long time. So definitely that mix of something new and something very familiar with us. Just great to watch. 2 super dominant games. Love to see it.
100%. And however, that's going to be it from us. However, we will be getting my other Valorant commentator, Bridget, stepping off of the broadcast spectator side and towards the interview side. So for the moment, that is going to be it from us. Libby, thank you so much for joining me tonight.
Thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure.
100%. So everyone, from us, have yourselves a good night, and we're going to get this interview started in just a couple seconds.
Get in there.
All right. How you doing, Brandon? Good to see you. Good to see you, Bridget. Good to see you. So, that was a game. That was a game. it didn't seem to be too hard for y'all, but good plays all around.
They were an interesting team.
Indeed. Now, your play on game 1, round 1, great. But no Sova Ares, no Sova Odin?
I bought an Ares. I did have an Ares, and they don't go my sight.
Unfortunate.
They just feared a Sova.
Any closing thoughts about that game, or any insights, anything you learned as a team?
They tried counterpicking us on and choosing Lotus, and we just dominated on it.
Okay.
Showing that we're not afraid to try something new. And it worked out clearly for us.
Yeah. Any new lineups? We were watching you.
You saw